Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we unite and up. Trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who gotta move rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em. Yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Finger bottle, never stop it. So the beast and know 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes, flossin' on the ring. Cincinnati, she's our queen. We gon' show the world who king. Orange in the day, black in the night. Stripes in our...
Welcome to another episode of Bengals and Brews. I am Del Altman, joined by actually one of my co-hosts, Joe. Joe,
I'm here.
You're here. Yeah.
What's up?
And then joined by one of the beautiful ladies from Tigress Talk, Kayla. She is holding down the fort. There's supposed to be 3 ladies here. We have one. Whitney will be here. Jerrie has a sick baby. It happens. Yeah. We know Jess is at opening day. Reds are currently losing 5-4, top of the 9th. So we'll keep you guys updated. Or if you're watching, whatever. Kayla, are you with us? Are you frozen?
I was just going to say, is she frozen for you too?
Man, I think she's frozen and her mic's muted.
Yep. Kayla, can you hear us?
Kayla.
Kayla's got a new setup.
Yeah.
So she may be
it
having
is
some
different
connection issues.
Yeah, her normal spot is getting worked on, so she will be back with us shortly. Or this is the new Tigress Talk. It's just me and Joe.
Yeah, me and you, man.
So welcome to Tigress Talk.
I'm Jerrie.
I'm Whitney, I'm a smart ass of the group.
That fits. That tracks.
I asked Whitney multiple times, are we related? Because I feel like we're possibly related somewhere down the line.
Could be. So I didn't get to see where you guys did the mock today. So do you remember at least like top 3 rounds who you guys picked?
Well, we had a choice between Mayer and Darnell Wright, which is a good choice to have. And I went with Wright. I just I want to solidify the line.
I'm on board. Hey,
Kayla, you back?
Hey, I don't know what just happened, but I'm back.
Yeah, you were like, your mic was muted. It was like basically coming off of the thing, and you were just frozen.
Yeah.
And then we were like, Kayla.
Yeah, I just eventually did I get lost again?
We can hear you.
Okay, I don't know what's happening, but okay.
We were telling the people, new spot. You're in a new spot of the house. So It's all a little different setup.
Yeah, I've got my cardboard cutout of Joe Burrow right here next to me. So
go. Perfect.
It's a good spot.
Yeah.
Tigress Brews. Yeah, I mean, whatever works.
Yeah, I think so.
Where's the lady?
We only have one right now, but Whitney's on her way.
Ladies, yeah. Yeah, if you were tuning in, me and Joe are as close to feminine as you're going to get outside of, actual females.
You're going to have to change your names again, like you did last time it was girls' night.
Yeah, what did you change your name last time to?
I think I was Baydale.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And then Jeff was Sarah Ice.
Yep.
That's right.
Because Jeff was on there with me. So I don't know. I mean, Jerrie has once again, she has sick baby at home. So totally understandable. Jess trying to watch the Reds lose because, that's what they do. I mean, maybe they'll win, right?
I mean, they'll win one at least this year.
That's true.
So
good odds.
162 games.
I like
Get your bets in.
Get your bets in. They'll win at least one.
You heard it here first.
Speaking of winners,
there she is.
Hey guys.
You're late.
Whitney.
5 minutes.
I know.
A woman of her word.
Am I breaking up really bad?
No.
I was last time. Okay.
Hey, you sound good.
You were on the floor last time, right?
I am again.
Oh, fair enough.
Why are you on the floor?
We're just making it work right now. I have sold my desk. I have sold I don't have my old laptop anymore. I don't have any furniture hardly.
Is everything okay? Do we need a GoFundMe for you?
Yes, okay. Let's do that.
Won't turn one down.
Today's episode. Send Whitney money. Let me drop my Venmo.
All the money. Buy her a house. Buy her a mansion. In the
Dale can
Florida
start
area.
selling feet pics.
I'll settle for
we'll raise some money
shower
for you that
curtains
way.
and towels right now. That'd be good. Hi guys.
Hi.
Sorry.
Hello. We were going to talk breakout candidates, but before we do that, just how's the vibes? How's the free agency vibes? We'll just start there.
I'm feeling pretty good about what we've done so far. I was really excited about Irv. I think I liked him as a tight end before a lot of the big names got taken off. So, yeah, I like what we've done. Obviously, Orlando and Nick Scott, I think is going to be great. So,
Yeah, you were on Irv pretty early, Dale. I remember you talking about him.
Well, because
right
he's
at the start of
24
free
years
agency.
old. Like,
Yep.
he's 24 years old. He's just had a couple of injuries. Like, you take out those injuries, and it's like,
You never know.
why can't this dude ball out for us? Like, he's had some production early on in his career with the Vikings. So,
And I think his rookie year, wasn't he playing behind Rudolph still?
yeah, and he still had like 300 and some yards and a couple touchdowns even his rookie season. So, like, as the second option. Now we got this beautiful lady in the chat. Her name is Pam Wilson,
Hi, Pam.
and we love her very much.
Not as
Pam,
much
are you
as
so
Matt,
excited?
but-
We have another crop top king as tight end for you.
That's where I was going to go with that. So, Whit, have you seen the pictures? Has your mom seen the pictures? What's the vibes on the Irv Smith abs?
Yeah, we're just we're all into show us your TEs right now. Like it's what it's all about. So she's digging it. 2 thumbs up from Pam.
And then he shows up to sign in a Carhartt. And I'm like, Derek has at least 2 or 3 of those. Same coach. You know he does.
Oh, 100%.
She's
So,
so excited.
oh, she said it in all caps with the exclamation point.
I told you.
Well, we know Bengals and Bourbon's job this year if he goes to taste the NFL. Irv Smith's there. He's got to get like the ab picture
Signed crop
signed.
top.
Yeah, to Pam.
I'm gonna take
Love
Mom there and have her abs signed. Have him sign her abs.
There you go.
Oh, I love that.
Spicy.
Then is she gonna like get the tattoo on her
Yeah.
abs of the signature?
I think this is what we're going to start doing now.
All right, Pam, that's your Christmas gift for next year. It's happening. It's already in motion. No matter what you say, it's got to happen now.
Yeah, I've loved bits and pieces of free agency. Overall, I think we're killing it. I mean, I couldn't have been more excited about Orlando. I still have lingering sadness over Von Bell in particular and Hayden Hurst. Even though I'm excited for Swerve season, it made me sad because he was just so good and such a big part of the culture, I think. So bought into the Bengals. I thought it was true love. I guess, you know.
Between your mom and him, though, right? Or just
Right,
the whole
well,
fan base. I had his mom's
I was about to
number.
call him stepdad.
I had his mom's number, so I thought he was going to call me stepdad. Me or Bengals and Bourbon, because
I was going to say, it was
me
competition
and Matt,
between you
me
and
and
Bourbon.
Matt. So yes, we talked to his mom
Very
quite a bit.
complicated. Ew. We would have been related in some really weird way.
I think so.
But
Fine.
but the Von Bell is probably the one that broke my heart the most. So I'm glad that we're having a good free agency other than that. And I've liked who we've signed because it's helped me stop crying as hard about Von Bell.
Yeah.
It's helped me the grieving process speed up a little bit. But yeah, it's been good.
I think we're in a good position to draft whoever the best player is for that first pick. So
What she said. Yeah.
we don't have any glaring holes as of now, I don't think.
Now, is there any favorites you guys have for the draft? I know, Whitney, you probably haven't been able to even think about that.
I don't
But,
even
like-
know what's going on. I come to this show. I literally, when
I
you ask
know.
me to come to this show, I'm like, I come for the educational experience. You guys tell me what I missed.
Okay, so I'll ask Kayla this.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
with the
don't
way-
watch college, so basically I get on every hype train. Everyone's like, "Oh, look at Bijan Robinson." I'm like, "Yes, absolutely. I would love him to be a Bengal." Oh, it's like Michael Mayer,
Fair.
absolutely. Sign me up. Like that's just how I am. I'll get excited over anybody. So it's my toxic trait.
Okay, well, I'll say this. So, right tackle, we don't know if Jonah wants to be here or not. And then tight end, we did sign Irv. So, let's just say the best right tackle potentially that we could get at 28 is there, and so is the best tight end we could get. Which one would you lean toward and why, just based on position, regardless of names?
Right tackle for me.
Yeah, I think that that's probably a more premium position, right? Maybe like as far as
Yeah.
Yeah, but here's a question for you guys. Historically, aren't like how successful is first round tackles coming out of the draft? Because wasn't Jonah the last time we took a
and then Billy Price before that, right?
yeah.
Yeah, and he was still, but Ragnow went
Yeah,
ahead of
but-
him, who was successful. If you
Yeah.
look back
True.
over history, like there's a lot of really good first round offensive tackles. Like some of the best in the league were first rounders. Sewell, who that whole debate a couple years ago. Darisaw for the Vikings is one of the best left tackles right now. Was just drafted a few years ago in the first round. So I mean, there's a lot of misses. The draft in general, there's a lot of misses, a lot of hits.
Sure.
I don't think offensive tackle is a way bigger one or the other. And it
Okay.
is such a premium position that sometimes it's good to take. I'm just glad we don't have to take the swing, at least for left tackle. That's the Orlando Brown signing. Should have filled two needs if Jonah just would have been willing to.
And he still might be after
Might.
if he doesn't have the market and he's just like stuck here. I don't think Jonah is the kind of guy that's gonna like throw a hissy fit and
Yeah.
cause drama.
No.
I agree.
Personally.
I think he made it very clear that his preference would be and what he feels like he is supposed to do and is intended to do is left tackle.
Yeah.
But to Kayla's point, if the market doesn't give him what he's looking for, then
Yeah.
maybe he does slide to right tackle. But even if he does, I'm still on the tackle for the draft. If there's a really excellent candidate available, that's kind of where I'm leaning towards. Just because I feel like two things. The way that the Bengals historically use the tight end position, it's not like, I don't know, it's just not as high of a
Yeah, it's a fourth or
Right,
fifth
right,
option
right.
on the offense in the
Yeah,
receiving
it is.
game.
Yes.
we don't use them like some teams use tight ends. And so to me, if you got a tackle available that's worth their salt, you go for the tackle because they're just so much harder to find.
Yeah.
You know? And
I
we
feel the
need
same-
depth pieces there.
Yeah, and one
Now-
of the things that Kayla, like I know you said, like I don't watch college. Either do I, but Dale and some of the other guys we're in this big group chat with, they are obsessed with the draft, and I've learned so much from them.
Fucking
And
nerds, man. Those nerds.
such nerds. You, Greg, Santori. The thing about tackle, it's a way shallower as far as the number of guys that are good prospects versus tight ends. It's a really good class.
Yeah,
So-
this is one of the best tight end classes in probably 10 years.
Well, then why did you even ask this question? It feels like a dumb question. The obvious answer is you go for the tackle.
There's a
No,
lot of Michael Mayer truthers out
Yes,
there.
because Michael Mayer is from the area, very productive tight end.
Yeah.
A lot of
Hey, if
people
we sign
think,
him, I'm happy. I'll be happy no matter who it is. I'll get excited.
not
Yeah,
Reds
anymore.
lost.
Now I'm already.
Reds lost, by the way, officially. It says end of the ninth. They had a guy on second. But, yeah.
Yeah, and some people believe there's a big drop off, like after like Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid, Darnell Washington. Some people believe there's a big drop off. Like I don't think there is. I mean, I think there's 8-9 guys that could be starting tight ends, but everyone's got an opinion.
How dare you yell at me, Whitney? I barely talked to you lately.
That's why I was here.
She's like,
You
"What a
just start
dumb
yelling
fucking
at me.
question. What the fuck do you have
The
me
rest
on
of
here
you
for?"
might as
That's
well
what I
come down
heard.
here too. We're doing the portion of yelling at me. No, but this episode, I titled it Breakout Candidates. So this is guys who are already on the roster with. See, I was trying to do this for you.
All
So
right.
we didn't have to just talk about the new stuff that you're not up to date with.
I
Like the
appreciate it.
prospects.
Mhm.
So do you guys have any breakout candidates that you could see like either having their best year or somebody off the radar? It could even be a new signing or somebody as a rookie last year. And if so, who and why?
I mean, I think the obvious is Dax Hill, right? Like that's what we're hoping for.
It's at the top of my list as well.
Yeah. So I don't know. I think that Cheeto could also come back from injury super strong and like
Yes.
he didn't skip a beat. And I think that would be
That's
big.
not a breakout candidate, Kayla. You're cheating.
Well, it's a comeback candidate.
You're cheating. That's
Okay,
like,
well, I
Yes.
don't play by the rules.
that's fair.
Oh, I think I mean Dax would have been what I say too, but I'll go ahead and put out there too that I think Volson, as good as he was last year, you get Orlando Brown standing next to him, watch that guy level up.
See, I have 11 people written down, and Joe before the show said Bolson, and that was the one guy I didn't have.
Yeah.
So,
Only
Yep.
because I know that like he did so good last year. You think like, I don't know, does he have a breakout? Because he already started really high. But I think you put him next to Orlando Brown and I don't know. It could
like
just go
that.
next level. It could be exciting to see.
Wow,
Yeah, I
she
love that
explained
pick.
that way better than you, Joe. You
Well,
might as well just stop. There's no way you could have explained it that well because.
All right, I'm going. No, I think Bolson has proven that he is a student. I mean, you saw him trying to learn from LC, and yeah, he started when no one expected him to, but he was thrown into a situation where I don't think mentally he was ready for, and he did pretty well, all things considered. So yeah, I think he's a prime candidate. The other guy I have on my list is Joseph Osai, and I
love
mean,
Osai.
I think everything that happened in that last game, I think that is going to be just a real psychological motivation for him to really break out.
Redemption season for
Yes.
Osai. I'm here for it. Even though
I
he
would
has
love that.
nothing to redeem himself.
I was
for.
about to say that
Yeah.
one
Yeah.
really
But in
bothered
his
me
mind-
after that game because I'm
He
like,
was hard on
I
himself
know.
though.
dude was
Yeah.
playing his ass off to even like we wouldn't have even been in the position without him.
I know.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Yeah.
But, in his mind, I think that's probably fueling his fire right now.
Yeah. And I do appreciate that. I'd say 3 days after that game happened, I never saw anybody, talking crap about Osai anymore. Right after the game, it was still fresh. I think people were saying some things, but I think we all know, like, he
Those
did not
garbage
cost us.
people that sit around on Facebook all day, they come out in droves in moments like that, and then they shut up afterwards.
Yeah. It's people
Yeah.
that are looking for something to be angry about, I think. Will
Yeah.
hyper focus on one moment like that at times.
Yeah. But if you look at him as a whole, like he was coming on toward the end of the season, even that game, playing so good. And I really think like the more snaps he gets, he could be a very special talent in this league.
I love him. Yeah. Good
So
call.
that's a good one.
Mhm.
I gotta go with my guy, Irv Smith. I know we just signed him, but I really feel like he could be a breakout candidate because look at what we do with tight ends. So CJ, once he caught Joe's first touchdown in Cleveland, and then he got hurt. Then he comes back the next year, has a great year, signs in New York for big money. So we bring in Hurst. Hurst has a really good year, signs for big money in Carolina. So now it's like we're bringing in Irv Smith. I don't see any reason he can't either A, have a really good year and get a big deal elsewhere, or why don't he just have a really good year and stay here because he's only 24 years old? I'll sign you for 2 or 3 years after that.
Yeah, if it had come back around to me and nobody had said him yet, I would have said the same thing. Honestly, Dale. And I'm here for it. I love that. I love that we have the ability to find some of these guys on other rosters that have all the talent in the world, but maybe just haven't been put in the best position, or there's been situations that's kept them from being able to ball out, and we believe in them and give them a platform to do their thing. That's what happened with Hayden. And you get this like relationship where they're in love with us and completely bought in because we gave them that opportunity. And then also they really did have everything they needed to be incredible. And so I'm here for it for swerve season.
All right. So before Greg busts a nut in general, we need to do a Luther vision. And Whitney, he says he never does you right on these Luther visions. So Greg, we're going to count down, Greg. We're going to count down. So what, you ready, Whitney? Kayla? 3, 2, 1.
Oh no.
If it sucks, Greg, it's your fault.
Yeah.
Watch your eyes will be closed with.
I know. 100% like
Totally screwed it up.
I'm gonna start
guaranteed.
taping them open. Tearing that apart.
All right, so we're going back around the horn for a second breakout candidate.
Is it back to me or Kayla?
What about Travion Williams? Is
He
that
was on my list. Yeah.
Ooh.
I
is that a little
like it.
spicy? I don't know, but
No,
I'm happy
right
he's
now
staying
it's
in
not.
Cincinnati. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, Dale said that one before the show. I thought it was spicy. I think he's capable of having a breakout. I don't know if he's going
He
to
had
have
some
the
breakout
opportunity.
moments last season.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah, so I like that one. I think I didn't pick him just because I'm like, I don't expect him to have a ton of opportunities.
After the draft and when
Correct.
everything,
Yeah, when everything
Maybe.
settles with the 53-man roster, like, I don't think he's going to be second or better on the depth chart. So it's like, how many shots is he going to get? But I could be wrong.
I mean, injuries kind of held him back a little bit. He's always put in the work,
Yeah.
and I really think that they like him in the building.
And he could be a
He's
breakout
accepted.
candidate if he just keeps with his kick return role and he houses a couple of them during the
Right.
season this year. So he could break out in multiple ways, Joe.
That's a good point.
So it's
I didn't
great.
think about that.
It's a great pick by Kayla and I.
I didn't say it was a bad pick. I said it was spicy.
Stop shitting on it.
All right, I'll try.
Who's yours? So we can shit on it.
All right. Make sure I don't do any repeats. Zach Carter, going back to D-line.
I love that.
I think he's just got a lot of potential just rotating in. Giving those guys a rest on the interior and getting some pass rush. Like, we've talked a lot, Dale, about, getting that guy, that Larry O that we were missing last year. It's like, maybe that guy's already on the roster.
I don't know.
I don't know.
That. I don't.
He would have to take a big leap. But yeah, I'm excited to see how he develops.
I think he's going to be a solid D tackle. I don't know what he gives us in pass rush now, but I do trust in Marion Hobby, the D-line coach. He is fantastic.
Yeah.
Like, I give all the kudos to that guy. He's been fantastic with whoever plays D-line for us. He gets the best out of them. Whit, you got a second one?
Yeah, I mean,
There's a really easy one out there.
yeah, Cam Taylor-Britt.
Juice Gang.
This gang!
I feel like he's already a superstar to me.
I know.
That's what I know. That's the thing. It's like, but he only had like half a season.
Right.
He didn't even play the first half of the season, basically. So
True.
Breakout
Right.
is in full blown league wide superstar.
That's what I'm saying. Like on the map, other like gets named on NFL Network every once in a while. Name drops like that type of breakout, maybe.
Yeah, not just he's superstar to us.
Yes.
Right.
True.
Right. And I'll also offer up somebody. This is like kind of like not a breakout, but on the verge of breakout because he's already amazing. But this is another one of those guys that can maybe hit a new gear this year, and that's Jermaine Pratt. Like,
Okay.
think about it.
He was
It's
pretty great
possible.
last year,
I was
though.
gonna say, yeah.
No, he was
Yeah.
amazing. He was amazing, but I could see him getting like a slightly bigger role. Remember when the
To
controversy
play
was-
third down more. He gets really
Does he wanna
mad
play
when they
third
don't.
down?
He wants to play all three downs.
Blood
He's
drop.
made that clear. Blood
Yeah.
drop. Yes.
So after all the blood drop tweets that were very cryptic, and we all like, I don't know, lost our heads thinking that he wanted off the team and he was so mad. He comes back. He's totally bought in. The coaches obviously love him. They believe in him, and they backed it up with dollars. And so maybe this is the season that he gets a slightly bigger role and has a chip on his shoulder a little bit, but also feels great that he got paid.
But he should have, and I think he thought he was going to get more than $7 million per. So I think the chip could very well still be there too, wouldn't he?
It's possible.
See, this is why we love you, man. I was like, that's kind of nah, and then I'm like, yeah, you're right. You're right. That does make sense.
Yeah, I think he's got just enough attitude, and that especially if his role expands a little bit, he might want to show a little something.
So I'll say this one for my second one, since Jerome put it in the chat as well. I could see Jeffrey. He had that blocked. I think it was an extra point or a field goal, one or the other, versus the Dolphins. Had a little injuries, but like if we don't add another edge, I think he's edge 5 coming into the season. And I had him as a 4th round prospect, and we got him in the 7th round last year. So that's why I always thought he would make the roster. He did. He stuck around, and I could see him making a leap this year, especially under Marion Hobby. So I am all in with Gunter as one as well. I have 3 names written down still left that we haven't said, and they're kind of weak. I'm not gonna lie. But can you guys try to guess them as other breakout candidates that I wrote down? And I will say, let's see.
You told me, and I don't even remember.
Hey, I told you.
One
of them
is our Captain America guy one?
No, because I've just given up on that because I have had so much faith in him for 2 years and nothing. But one didn't play last year, but he was a rookie. He was injured. One has played the last couple of years. I just think maybe he takes the next step. And then another one we just signed. So.
Did we say Nick Scott or Sidney Jones? That has to be one of those two, right?
It was Sidney Jones. Yeah. Sidney, because he's 26. Lou was a cornerback guy. He's a great defense coordinator. I think that Sidney could make that leap. So that's why I had him on that list, because I could see him sticking around. I know he's on a 1-year deal, but I could see him sticking around for another year, kind of like Eli has lately. So, yes, bingo. 2 more names. One that was hurt that didn't play all last year.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think.
People were shouting him from the mountains before we signed Nick Scott, so I'll even tell you it's a safety. People were saying he could be a starter. And I'm like, he didn't even play last year.
Yeah, Tyson Anderson.
Yes.
Oh.
From Toledo. 4.3 speed, but I put it down in what I put as special teams. He doesn't need to start it. I just want to see the man out there on the field with his 4.3 speed. He played all 4 special teams at Toledo when we drafted him in the 5th round. I think that was a big reason why. So I'm like, let's see that first. But I think he could be a demon on special teams. So that's why he's there. And then the other ones, he has made some plays, but he doesn't play all the time. Defensive player from the past couple of years.
ADG?
No, but that's not bad either, because that's a conversation if we sign Logan Wilson or him that me and Greg had earlier for extension.
I love Logan Wilson.
This is D-line, so D-line. I'll narrow it down. No, it's not Drew Sample, Crypt Keeper. Shut your damn mouth.
Can I guess again?
Yeah.
PJ Hill?
No.
PJ Hill.
I'll just say it.
I will chain myself to that man.
I'm like, I feel like we named all the D-line guys.
Cam Sample. He's made some stops against the run, some big plays against the Titans. I could see him doing a little more this year. No? What's like, nah.
Okay, I love every Bengals player. Don't get me wrong. This is no shade, but I've just never been on the Sample train. Sorry.
Well, I'm not on Drew Sample. I'm on Cam Sample. Different samples for different people, and I'd rather have the Cam flavor than the Drew flavor of my sample, to be honest.
Me too, but still. We'll see. I hope so. That'd be great.
Yeah. And Keith here in the chat saying that Anderson, 3-year captain in college. Yeah, all the traits, all the special teams, all the speed, all the attributes, and we got him in the 5th round. Love it. But like when people was like, when we lost Vaughn, they're like, well, we have Tyson Anderson and Dax Hill. I'm like, we did not draft Tyson Anderson to start at safety. I'm like, slow up on that. And that's why we brought in Nick Scott.
Yeah, I was looking up. I was like, what was Tyson even hurt with? Like, was it just a hamstring?
I don't know, but I know it was before the season. They put him on injury reserve for the season.
Yeah, it was a
'cause he didn't
hamstring
even
injury.
play preseason, right?
Yeah, no, we didn't really see anything out of him. I'll be right back.
You're good. Yeah, yeah, he was put on. It must have been some sort of really bad hamstring injury, like a IR return designation. Like I think like end of the season or early in the playoffs. It looks like, but yeah, I mean, I remember some people saying we don't need a safety help. Tyson Anderson. I'm just like,
That's almost like
I'd
getting
still like a vet.
for your freshman year, you know. They come
Yeah,
back fresh.
yeah, it's like maybe, but I'd like a vet as an insurance policy. And you know, that was the same thing I was talking about with tight end. It's like, yeah, that's a great, but I'd really like a vet, just somebody that has some experience. So, you know, we're not betting on a rookie to start week 1. So I was super excited about Irv Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a really good feeling about another player, y'all. And it's this Joe Burrow guy. I think he's really freak out here.
I think he's a cut candidate. He costs too much money. He wants so much money. Did you hear it? Something like $40-50 million a year. He's too expensive. We'll probably cut him. Brandon Allen's.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh.
No, but for real, like that was me being funny. But at the same time, how excited are we? Knock on every piece of wood you have around you that he might have a normal freaking off season this
I
year. There's no
know.
COVID going on there. Hopefully, like we've gotten rid of the appendix.
Yes. And hopefully he gets paid soon.
Yeah, April 1st, hopefully.
Right.
Yeah. That's
Maybe
going to be
he'll
the
actually
only
get
thing
that extension.
abnormal is that he's going to be just set up for life with the amount of money he's going to be getting paid. So, yeah, I'm super excited about that. Zeke Natty, Greg will not give this thing a rest. He is obsessed with Zeke, not necessarily as
Listen.
the every down guy. He likes him from a pass protection standpoint, taking over the Samaje P. Ryan role and then drafting a rookie or keeping Mixon as that, you know, first and second down guy. Kayla, what are your thoughts?
I was just gonna say I understand because I saw that we were on his wish list team, and anybody who's like, I want to play for Cincinnati, I'm like, oh, come on over then.
Sure.
Come
Crop top
on,
guy.
why not? Take a discount and come play with Joe Burrow. We'll welcome you with open arms. Absolutely.
And that's the thing. I don't think he's looking to get paid big money.
I would hope not, because he's not going to get it.
No, he's not going to get it.
Yeah. Whit,
Do you have any
Zeke?
thoughts? Crop top. It's crop top guy.
That's what I
What
said.
about Pam? Is Pam still watching?
Probably. I don't know why. Just kidding. I'm not Greg Luther on this one. I'm not Team Greg on this. Like, I can't get myself excited about
Greg.
Zeke. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Like, if he's like a backup, whatever, and he comes cheap, I know that sounds really awful and derogatory. And if we get him and he does a good job, I'll be the first to like worship at his feet. But like, I have been so off of Zeke ever since he burned me in fantasy one year, and I have.
I was going to say, there's
It's
a reason.
vendetta.
There is something
It's
behind
personal.
Yeah.
I
It
was
is
going
a
to say, your
personal
friend that's a
ven-
Cowboys fan is what I was thinking.
Well, and one of my best girlfriends is a diehard Cowboy fan, and so I have spent the last few seasons, I told you this, making fun of Zeke and his unrealized potential.
Yeah, I kind of knew that part of it a little
And
bit.
so,
I
like,
thought
I
that's
feel
where
like-
you were going.
Yeah, I have to eat so much damn crow if he becomes a Bengal. It's stupid. Like, I have to backtrack on like 3 solid years of trash talk.
Yeah.
All right, but Mama, you're still here. I know
Right.
you might not have anything else to watch. That's fine. We'll take it. That's any views we get because of that is perfect.
Yeah. Thank you, Pam.
But what is your opinion on Zeke Elliott and his crop top, Pam? That's the real question. That's
Yeah.
the answers we need.
Yeah, we'll wait for her to answer. Like, I think he is more exciting as a name, and
Yeah.
especially the people that have Buckeye fan
Shut up.
connections and
Shut up.
someone I know.
Stop that.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, Jeff.
No, you're good. So the name and those highlights in our heads, that seems like it was very recently, but in running back years, it was a long ass time ago, and he's been on the decline the last couple years.
Well, you haven't seen me in one, Pam.
Just wait.
That's for after dark.
I just runt the whole thing. I'm sorry, Pam. Just runt the whole moment for you.
I'll say something really controversial if you want me to.
Yes.
About the Zeke Elliott thing and what you just said, Joe, about the name. And I put him in a class of player that I feel like there's this phenomenon where if they have like one really insane year, even two like really insane years, that everybody, including them, buys into that they're just permanently a A1 elite player.
Yes.
Lamar Jackson. But
Steven
in
Jackson.
reality, like I put him in with Lamar. Like I just feel like everybody remembers
Ooh, she's
amazing
coming
season.
in hot
There's
now.
a couple amazing seasons, but they seem to forget that they're injury prone. They're injured a lot. What have they done for me lately? The NFL is not a league where you can hang on 3 seasons ago, but yeah, look what I did 3 seasons ago. No one gives a shit. Like, what can you do right now to contribute to this team this year to go to the big game? And I don't know.
I'm sorry, I
that
didn't mean
much
to cut
to
you.
offer. Yeah.
Especially at the running back position.
Yeah.
That is the one where it's just like, I don't care what you did 2 seasons ago.
Don't bury the lead here, Joe. She's got some hot takes on Lamar. We
I
gotta
know.
get back to
Nah.
that.
Lamar is finding
Hey,
out.
Lamar's a running back, so
Yeah. Like he is in the running back conversation. You're right. But
I hope my dad, who's from Louisville, is not watching this show. He would be so upset.
I don't believe that. It was such a
Sorry, Dad. I'm just saying, like, I'm not taking anything away from the fact that Lamar is an amazing player. Zeke has got obvious gifts, right? And they've both proven it that they can do it at the highest level. But lately, have they? And I think that like Ravens called Lamar's bluff. Like, okay, buddy, you want to get paid Deshaun Watson money? Let's go let the market tell you if they're willing to pay you Deshaun Watson money. And I don't know about you guys, and maybe there's stuff that's going on that we haven't heard about, but it's been freaking crickets since he hit the market. I haven't heard anything serious, and there's a reason for that.
What about Ken Francis?
What? Like,
Yeah.
I know they're working on the newest version of the ab roller, but I'm sorry.
But he represents himself too. I don't think that's helped him not having an agent.
Well, I don't even care about that. Like, okay, yeah, that hasn't helped him. It definitely hasn't. I feel like he's the
Well, I don't think it helps you when you're one of the guys wanting $200 million guaranteed. Like we've seen offensive tackles and different guys who I can represent myself and not pay the agent. You're talking like some astronomical numbers with guaranteed money.
Right.
That and I'm not in their shoes. I don't know, but I just think like it probably wouldn't have hurt him to be like, hey, maybe I should bring in an agent even to consult me and not Ken, not Ken.
And I think ever since Watson got his deal, he is under the mentality that set the market, and it didn't. The market is normalizing again. It's like, no, that was an anomaly. That was something stupid.
That was Cleveland. Yeah, I was gonna say that's Cleveland being Cleveland.
Yeah, that's not the new market benchmark anymore. And he needs an agent to keep him realistic, and I don't think that's happening.
Well, the league is about to give him that realistic wake-up call right now by virtue of not offering him that. But the point is like the reality is that the NFL is not going to pay, teams are not going to pay you for what you did 3 years ago or what you maybe can do. They're looking for proven talent that can do it right now. Now, I think there is still a chance that someone takes a flyer on Lamar, and the reason being is because you cannot win in this league down the stretch unless you have an elite QB. Like there is a definite separation right now in the teams, the haves and have-nots. You either have an elite QB or you don't, and you can be a great team, but you're only going so far. You're not going the whole way.
Right.
And teams know that. And so there's a lot of teams out there right now that don't have that piece, pretty much of the entire NFC, for example. So, like, I could see a team taking a fly on him, but, like, I still don't think he's getting Deshaun Watson money in this universe.
I think the rumor mill will start picking up after the draft because I think there are a lot of teams that are looking at that price tag and being like, that's a lot to commit.
Yeah.
There are some guys in their draft we really like. Let's see what happens if the Colts or whoever, and that if they miss out on that guy, then maybe they give Lamar a call.
See, I'm on the opposite of that. I think as we get closer to the draft, that's when he may get a deal. And it's with that team you just said, the Colts. Like the Colts might be like, well, we're picking fourth. We already know the top two are taking quarterbacks. We could easily get traded in front of for 3 for someone else who wants a quarterback. Do we want the fourth quarterback, or should we try to trade for
Do you really
Lamar?
think quarterbacks are going 1, 2, and 3?
I think there's a good chance of it.
Yeah. I definitely think they're going 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 100% going 1 and 2. And then, I mean, the Colts need a quarterback as of now, and they're at 4. So it would make sense for anybody else that needs a quarterback to try to trade into that 3 spot. And that's what somebody asked the other day, because I honestly didn't remember. They're like, when's the last time they went 1, 2, 3? It was just a few years ago when it was like Trey Lance and those guys. Trey Lance was 3rd for the 49ers.
So it's Arizona that has the 3rd
and Zach
pick.
Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, I think. That was the 3. Trevor and then Zach Wilson, everyone's favorite MILF hunter, and Trey Lance.
What a ding dong, man. What is wrong with that?
I don't think Arizona is going to take a quarterback at 3.
Arizona's
you're right.
not,
Someone could trade in front of them.
Yeah.
You're right.
So the Colts are sitting there right now with, like, we don't control. The best we can do is maybe get the 4th quarterback, maybe the 3rd if no one trades up.
Yeah.
And we could use this pick to potentially, get Lamar and know what we have, which will keep Lamar in the AFC, which I'd rather not do, but whatever.
I don't care.
I can just see it anymore. Happening.
It's not like we've struggled against him a lot.
Oh, sick, but very true burn. Good job. I didn't mean to make a whole conversation about Lamar Jackson. I do think there is a thing, like an illness that some players catch where they feel like something that they did a few years ago should dictate, what they're going to get right now. And you can only live off your name so long before teams are going to be like, yeah, but X's and O's, like, is it worth the investment? Is it going to get me my team to the next
It's
level?
a what have you done for me lately type stuff.
It is. And if there's too many question marks, especially injury related, it's hard for them to justify it.
With his play style too. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, I mean, if you're a QB needy team though right now, think about all of the 1st round quarterbacks that have busted, like Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, like. At least
that
you
was
know
all
that
in
Lamar
that same
Jackson.
draft right there, and Baker.
Yeah.
Josh Allen was the one that panned out, and this was he the 4th one taken?
I think
that
so.
The Bills traded up for, and then Lamar was the 5th one taken.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, at the end of the 1st.
But it almost makes me wonder if there is issues with negotiating with him. You go back to the fact that he doesn't have an agent.
Yeah.
And I know that when the Deshaun Watson deal went down, like the Ravens ownership and front office were the first to come out on attack for the Browns being awful and what an awful deal that was and the implications of it. And I think it's probably because they already knew they had a nightmare on their hands trying to get him re-signed, and what he was asking for was already outside of whatever their comfort zone is. And then you add that to it, and they were probably all like, you mofos, like, we'll never get him signed now. And so I almost wonder if he's part of the problem a little bit, just like how he's dealing with these teams and talking to these teams and what he's asking for.
Damn, Stranger 4-420. That is deep, brother.
That is so good.
It is so good. As they say, a man who represents himself has a fool for
Yoda
a client. Wow, Stranger. How much weed did you smoke today? Because that was excellent.
I know. Well, and Lamar's
proud
got
of you.
his fitness, buddy making phone calls for him. And then he's got Meek Mill contacting Robert Kraft. It's just like, if I'm a team, I'm just like, what the
Did
fuck?
you
Like,
guys see that?
Yeah.
You got rappers contacting me? What's going
Oh,
on?
I'm just drinking in all of the Ravens drama. I live for it. So,
Yes.
yeah, I'm following it.
Yeah. It's about time.
What was the Meek Mill thing though, Joe? It was like
It's supposedly he contacted Robert Kraft about like signing Lamar.
yeah, Meek Mill, a rapper, contacted Robert Kraft, the owner, and the owner, I believe, he said you'd have to talk to Bill about that.
Meek
Bill
Mill
Belichick.
texted Robert Kraft about Lamar, and he just said, "Yeah, it's up to Bill." Yeah, Belichick. I'm like, I can't believe this is a real story.
Well, I'm about to have
Meek Mill
50
is
Cent.
texting Robert Kraft on behalf of Lamar Jackson. I'm like, what? Am I dreaming?
Yeah, and then the owner of the team is like, well, you have to ask Bill. I'm not ruling it out. He's like, I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, Mr. Bill.
I need 50 Cent to start getting on the phone for me, like repping me, like, yo, Bengals.
Are you sure? Are
You
you
need
sure
another water girl.
Are you sure you want that, Whitney?
But why does Meek Mill have Robert Kraft's phone number to text in the first place?
They're homies.
Did they go to the same massage parlor?
Probably.
Oh.
Most likely.
Oh, man.
I don't know. I didn't know that story. That's great.
Conspiracy theory time.
It's wild.
I don't have that.
I don't know how this turned into Lamar Jackson stuff, but
Because I was talking crap.
It's
I'm
Whitney's
sorry.
fault. It happened.
It is.
This is
firing
fine.
shots.
Maybe he'll be the breakout player next year. There, I tied it in.
We'll sign him to play running back.
All right. Upcoming plans for this season. Away games that anyone's going to. Is anyone going to actually come up to Cincinnati for once and hang out with their best friends? You know. We'll start with you, Whitney.
Me! I'm going to. Yes! I'm 100% going to something, but I'll probably try to go to the first game,
Yeah.
the home opener.
See, Jerrie, she had already told me that. Now she ain't on here to confirm this with you
Yeah.
in front of everyone else, but
No,
she
she's
said
like,
she was making you come to that first game.
yeah.
The home
Kind of
opener.
that. And then us girls talked about trying to go to the Jacksonville game, hoping that it's in the winter. You're going, Joe?
Yep. So all my family lives in Jacksonville. My parents, brother, sister. So it's good excuse to go down there, visit with them, go to the game.
Well, Kayla, go ahead and plan on that because we were just talking the other night, Bridget and Jerry and I, because Bridget is all about coming to Florida when she can. And me and Jerry are already here, so we're kind of a given. So Jacksonville, and then we might go to the San Francisco game. And then other than that, I don't know.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say we were probably gonna try to go to the Jacksonville game. I don't know if we don't have any plans yet, but
Well, yeah.
I'll be at all the home games. But
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we see you, Kayla, repping all for Tigress Talk all the time. You and Jess. I think Whit, you're the only one that I haven't met in person still.
Well, we'd
How
see
come
Jerry.
I-
We'd see Jerry all the time too. She just had her baby last year, though.
Yeah.
I still seen her 2 or 3 times. You know who I didn't see last year? Not once. Not a
All
single.
right.
No.
Okay.
Too cool.
Man.
I know I didn't make it to a single home game last year, but I made it to away games.
Yeah,
So I got to meet a lot of people that I hadn't met yet, so that was cool.
it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dale was calling you a fake fan before you joined.
Oh bullshit!
Okay.
Don't you do that, Joe.
I'll remember that. Sure.
Whit knows better. I ain't talking
I'm
no
a
shit
poser
about
now?
Whit.
yeah, I
No,
wouldn't
I-
mess with her.
No, I'm not crazy. Like I'm crazy, but I'm not that crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't fire shots at Whit.
All right.
Shit.
No, I'll be at one. I'll be at the home opener. We'll make a whole thing of it.
Awesome.
All right, ladies, tell us where we can find you. I'm gonna end this one. If you guys got a couple minutes to stick around after the chat.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So where can we find you after draft episode?
Yeah, I think we're planning on doing something sometime after the draft. I don't think we have a date yet, but you can follow us on Tigress Talk Pod on Twitter. Subscribe to our show on YouTube.
At K Swebs.
Yeah. Follow me, K Swebs.
Yeah, and same thing, Tigress Talk Pod. Find us there. Find us on YouTube. I'm Bengals Whitney on Twitter. And the morning prowl. We're not doing anything in the off season, I don't think, but Sunday mornings during the regular season, me and Tyler Meinerding and Bridget Jankars are together. So that's the other place.
It's such a wonderful, cozy morning game time ritual for me. Like I have my coffee, I'm getting ready for the game, and I'm just like watching it on my phone. It's the best.
That's great. It's my excuse to chug a bunch of coffee. I usually am double fisted 2 different Bengals mugs. Yeah.
It gets you started for the Bengals game day. It makes sense.
Yeah.
Joe, you got anything to plug?
Just our merch store, bengalsandbrews.sellfy.com. A bunch of cool designs up there. We'll keep adding more. And
No one buys anything from it.
they're selling like hotcakes. You got to get them quick before they're all
We're almost sold out of all the merchandise.
Yeah. So yeah,
So
if you go to the
please.
Bengals and Brews Twitter account, there's a
before it's
pinned
gone.
right to our page. So get them before they're gone.
Limited.
They might be gone before the end of this sentence. That's how.
Yeah,
fast it is.
limited supply.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Who they?
Who
Good
day?
day, everyone.
Good day.
Who they, baby? Let's go! It's time! Cincinnati, we gon' rise and up. In the jungle, we unite and up. Trippin' orange and black and white. All day when we fight, live and die in these stripes. Now who got 'em, who rockin' on? Now who wanna move crossing on? Now who wanna move out on? If you got stripes, then you let the city know you rock 'em. Yeah, we got 'em, yeah, we fought 'em. Like that black and orange up on 'em. Single bottle, never stop it. To the beast and on 'em. Who they rockin' with the diamond stripes? Flossin' on the rings.